Hello dear colleagues, my name is Ankar and this is the re-edited video and lesson plan for listening and speaking. So at this point, this is the beginning of the class, therefore I will be going over some of the objectives and also I will proceed into instructing and modeling. Let the class begin. Hello dear students, welcome back to class. Today there are a couple of things that we will be doing and as always I would like to begin our class with our objectives. First of all, we will be reviewing some of the spelling words from yesterday's reading. I asked you guys to write those words on our discussion board, and I specifically told you to write those words that are very unfamiliar to you or either are hard to pronounce. And I saw many requests, and today, unfortunately, we will be able to go only through 5 of those words. The reason why I chose particularly these 5 words is because they were the ones that popped up the most. Secondly, we will go over our daily tongue twister, and in today's tongue twister, we will have a lot of letter B's in it. Last but not least, as I promised, I will present you a walkie-talk video that I had prepared myself. And finally, yesterday we touched upon a Cornell note-taking style, and today, before watching the video, we will go into details on how the Cornell note-taking style actually works, okay? So, you will be also required to use this particular note-taking style while watching the video. Are the instructions clear? If you guys have any questions, please, that would be the right time to ask them now. I see no hands. Okay. So let's start with the 5 words that were hard to pronounce. The first word that I saw, it was to my surprise, the word squirrel. Squirrel is a little creature that jumps around trees and it eats usually nuts. And the similar word that I can find in pronunciation would be plural. Squirrel, plural. Okay. Second word was catastrophic. I am assuming that you had hard time pronouncing the last part of the word, which is PHIC. Catastrophic. Basically, it means involving or causing sudden great damage or suffering. The very similar word in pronunciation I could find was philosophic. So catastrophic sounds like philosophic, okay? Another word was alter. I guess you guys had you had hard time pronouncing whether it was alter, the letter A. So if you have watched the TV series on Netflix called The Breaking Bad, there is a main character whose name is Walter White. So when you think of the word alter, just remember Walter, alter, Walter, okay? That's very similar in pronunciation. Basically, alter means changing character or composition, typically in a comparatively small but very significant way, okay? Last but not least, there was a word exclamation, so it's a sudden remark or cry. The closest word in pronunciation I could come up with was hesitation. So exclamation, hesitation. The way you pronounce T-I-O-N is shin in English language. Finally, there was a very interesting word, which is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia refers to words that sound like their meaning, okay? There aren't many close words in pronunciation except one that I could find, which was prosopopopoeia. It's a figure of speech in which an imagined, absent, or dead person or thing is presented as speaking, okay? So onomatopoeia and prosopopopoeia, all right? Awesome. So let's go to our daily tongue twister. So I will project the tongue twister onto the board so you can read along with me. So here's the tongue twister. Betty bought some butter, but butter was bitter. So Betty bought some better butter to make the bitty butter better. So we have a girl named Betty. She bought some butter. And this butter was bitter. Bitter means it wasn't tasting good, okay? So Betty bought some better butter to make the bitty butter better. Was it simple? So I'll give you a minute so you guys can practice it, and I will pick a student so you guys can read it aloud, okay? Yes, please. You guys did a great job. That's so nice. Now, finally, we will go into the Cornell note-taking style. So as I have mentioned earlier, this is how Cornell note-taking style looks like. So we have 3 columns, okay? We divide the page either from here or from here, and we have this portion over here. So this is called the note column, okay? In the note column, we usually record the lecture notes. Also, we can use concise sentences, short symbols, abbreviation, everything that you listen at the lecture or from the video that we will be watching later on, you can write it here, okay? This column is called the Q column. In here, you usually write the main idea, questions and concepts, and also prompts to help you study, all right? And this portion here is called the summary column. Basically, you summarize what you have learned over here into this portion. There's also a specific timing when to write in each of these columns, okay? So this column here, the note column, you will write during the class time, okay? And when you come over here to the Q column, it's written usually after the class and during the review process. And here on the final summary column, it's usually done after the class and during the review, okay? So guys, now I will put the walkie-talk video that I have made, and please use the Cornell note-taking style, and I'll be collecting your work after the video is done.